Hey guys, we are back at the Paradise Cove Zoo, and I thought I would start out by showing you guys what I've done from a guest perspective. So we had the staff building over there. We've seen how that was built, so no sense in going over there. I did do some redecorating here. So next to the fountain, kind of waterfall here, we have this here big Paradise Paradise Cove area here built with rocks and various flowers and plants and such. I think that looks really good. We'll probably fly through here too, but the first time I wanted to just come through here, you know, as a guest to take a look at things, see how they see it. I also built these custom fences, barriers, I guess you'd say. Just kind of decorative, you know, just to kind of make sure that people stay where the people stay. Put up an educational board here. Of course, we have our little dining area with our restaurants over there, which we will be upgrading these at some point, I'm thinking. Now, if I go over here, this is our staff path, and this goes to another staff area, which I do not like because this is really hindering my building. So I need to do something about this. I'm not sure what. We're gonna probably delete that and move that whole thing. Probably build another custom building. So if we go through here, we can see our tortoises. They're doing cool. I didn't know we could actually kind of clip through things, but that's fine. Those are the tortoises. They're doing all right. We have the warthogs. Where are the warthogs? Wait a minute. We gotta go check on the warthogs. They were our first ever animal in here, so we need to check on them. So I lost a lot of these guys, actually. A lot of them died to old age, and we got rid of a lot of them. So this is pretty much a new population. As you can see, we got a lot of new babies. They're absolutely adorable. Hey, buddy. Look at you. Look at you. Alright. Alright. So we got that there. And we go around to this way here. And of course we have our exhibit. Which our exhibit is awful close to this staff building, but it's alright. It doesn't hurt anything. These seem to be pretty popular. This area here, this is what we're going to be focusing on in today's video, guys. That's what we're going to be focusing on. The only problem is getting the animal that I want for my habitat, but we will. So here we have our wolves, the pride of the zoo as of right now. I'm really proud of this build. I'm not gonna lie, I've actually done more to this. As you can see, I've decorated this. I put up a sign that says wolves. We put some foliage up on there, some vines and such. It looks really good. We had a death of the oldest wolf, so we put a plaque up there. And is that plaque on the wall? It doesn't look like it. No, it is on the wall. So that is remembrance of Emberlyn. She was one of our oldest wolves that we had. Sad, but unfortunately these things happen. So, moving on. I didn't mean to just kind of make that sound like, you know, no big deal. I put in this area here. This is very interesting. This is an educational area. So we have an educator that comes in here, and she does a little talk. And this machine here throws food into the habitat to draw the wolves over here. And then the people, they load up on these seats here, and they get their education on. So let's step into the wolf enclosure here, because we own the zoo, we are allowed. So I put a lot of foliage down in here, and gosh, I can't even remember in the video, because I did the video a while ago. I don't know if I showed you guys all of this that I put in, but yeah, I put this in. So if it wasn't in that video, I apologize. If it was in that video, then you're getting a first look at it now. Hey there, buddy. Gorgeous animals. So yeah, we kind of extended the water back to a little like wetland. Oh, I can't get down. Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, a wetlands area back here for them. We extended it. I like that. We put in a lot of this buffalo grass. It just gives the illusion that the grass is high, because I don't like how it... Oh, look, little wolf pup. Don't get lost there. All right. So yeah, it just gives the illusion of high grass, but it doesn't hurt any of the animal's needs, which is awesome because I do like the looks of tall grass. So that is pretty much what we've done since last we spoke, guys. So now we have to get into the game and actually do some work here. So let's get out of this. There we go. All right, so first things first, we need to map out where I want this habitat to be. So now this isn't going to be exactly, well, it'd probably be the shape of it, but we just want to put in some null barriers here. I love how the null barriers sound like lightsabers. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so angle snap 15. Okay, so let's put that there. And let's start mapping this out. Okay, so we start this journey by mapping out where I want the actual habitat to be. Now, the issue is, and I'm going to stress this, guys, if you want a zoo where everything kind of adds up square, make your grids off. Make your paths off the grid. I didn't do that here, so I'm having a very hard time lining this up to the path. So I decided to just make it as straight as possible. If it doesn't line up to the other path, that's fine. But this is always giving me problems. The corners, I don't know why. So we just did kind of a rounded one, and that's actually okay. I like that. So as you can see here, it is not square with the path. I was kind of hoping it would be, but it's fine. Like I said, I should have made all these paths off a grid, but I don't build a zoo that way. I don't build a zoo off paths. Maybe I should start. I don't know. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I'm capable of thinking that way. But so we have our path down. So my idea is to have a path right down the middle of the habitat, and the whole habitat kind of surrounding that path, so you can walk through it, and the lemurs can be going up above you and stuff like that. But what I want to do is I want to make a custom habitat. So we're going to take some of these mesh pieces here, and we need to find something. These here, they don't look bad. They don't look bad, but not quite what I'm looking for. I don't feel like that would be good enough for a full habitat to look that way. So we want something that looks a little bit better, and I want to try to get this again as square to the path as possible. So I picked these African columns, which I think they look really cool. They kind of give me like a Madagascar vibe, I guess, because that's where lemurs are from. So that kind of gives me that vibe. So I kind of like that. So we're going to just copy that, group that together, and place that down. And then, yeah, we're just going to duplicate these and move these on down the line. Now, I should say, it's very important to line these up correctly. If one is not lined up correctly, it will kind of ruin it for the whole thing, which we do kind of find out later on. But the thing I love about this game is there's nothing that's unfixable. There's nothing that you can do in this game that you can't fix somehow. So we're just kind of lining this up here. Now, the good thing with the null barriers is, see, as you can see right there, it didn't line up right. But yeah, the good thing with the null barriers is that you don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be on the barrier. If they're inside the barrier, that's all you really need. So you don't need to worry about them being right on the barrier. So what I did, I just took one of these pieces and I'm just duplicating it all the way across here, because this is the top where the people are going to walk under. And I'm just going to duplicate that. I'm just going to flip that around and move that over there like that. Okay, so that looks good. So now, what I need to do is I need to duplicate these and I need to raise them up. And I'll tell you guys, all these little tricks like this, like duplicating, oh man, it makes things go so much smoother. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that little area and we're just gonna make that for the top. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, if you want it to be, it does. Don't get me wrong. And I mean, I don't necessarily like some of this, but it is fine for what it is. It's stuff that, you know, you're not going to notice unless you're really scrutinizing it, which, you know, that maybe some people may scrutinize it that much, but I'm not going to worry about it too much here. So basically we just need to take this and we need to slide this back some. I didn't notice that before, but yeah, we need to just slide that back to even that up just a little bit. Alright, so now we have to tackle pathing. That's always the trickiest thing in this game is the pathing. So I had this to snap along the barrier, but the problem is the barrier isn't even with my actual custom habitat. The barrier goes outside of that. So it's always kind of a strange thing. Now, I want this to be a two-story type of thing because they're going to be climbing. I'm going to have a lot of climbing structures in this that they can climb on. So I want guests to be able to see them on the ground level, but also I want to have a staircase and I want to have a second level going around it so guests can go up top and kind of see them climbing around, jumping around on all the climbing structures that we have. But for some reason, the pathing just was not cooperating with me. I was having a very difficult time getting the staircases to form, and I don't understand it. I was doing what I was supposed to do, but it just wasn't working, and finally we got it. So I want the staircase that's curved, but that was just looking all kinds of wrong. Alright, so we will just flip this around like that. Again, I'm not crazy about that, and for some reason it wouldn't let me go over the habitat gate barrier. I don't quite understand why, but yeah, it just it wouldn't let me do it. So I guess we have to connect it up here. Alright, I don't like that at all. We will definitely come back and revisit that because I'm not happy with the way that looks at all. So now we have the lemurs during quarantine, so we need to get them in here. We need to take out a lot of this grass because lemurs, they don't really like a lot of grass. They like more soil than anything. And I want to put some climbing structures in here to make sure we have the height right because that's very important. So we'll put that small one down, and I want to get the lemur climbing blueprint here. This is a big one. And yeah, our habitat isn't quite high enough because I want this to fit in here. So that means we're going to have to go up one more level. So I'm just going to select all this, group that together, and we're just going to slide the roof right out of the way. And then we're going to select all these walls and raise them up. So I will come back when we were all done with that. Okay, so we got that done. We got the roof raised. I put some climbing structures on here because the lemurs couldn't get over to the other side. And we put in a little shelter right there. I don't think that's going to stay in place. I just put that there for now. So as you can see, we have lemurs in here now. I love these little guys, man. They're so cool. And yeah, so I have this whole structure I have set to climbable, but for some reason they couldn't climb over that. I had to put those little ramps down so they could get across because I want them to be all over. I want them to go all over this habitat. As you can see, we're adding more now. Oh man, those red ruff lemurs are so cute. I like them so much, man. It's such a cool looking animal. Look at that big fluffy tail they got. Look at the size of them compared to the ringtail lemurs as well. Very cool, but I absolutely love that. So I believe this is the first habitat in this zoo that we have a multi-species. So we look at the multi-species, like there's like a bonus that you get for that, for having them. Oh, look at that, he's already using it. Oh, how cool is that? So I kind of want to steal an idea that I've seen from another YouTuber. I believe his name is Iron Matty. Really good channel. I love the stuff that he does. The guy, he builds some just things that are beyond me. But he made a habitat for lemurs, and he kind of like made these little, I want to say like nesting boxes. And I want to duplicate that, but of course put my own spin on it. So I think that's what I'll do with this one. I want to put a lot of climbing structures in this. I want them to be able to go all over, up and down. Like I said, we have a dual level, so we're just checking now to see where they can go to make sure that they can reach everywhere, and it looks like they're pretty good. But as I said, we're going to be adding a lot more to this. This is not what this is going to look like in the end, and we will be doing this in a second episode because I can't get it all done in one episode, guys. It's a lot of work. This took me a very long time. So yeah, we're checking all around here. It looks good. So nutrition, of course, their enrichment needs to be better, and I just want to take a look at them. Oh man, like that. I love seeing them use the things that you put in here like this, like the climbing structures. And I gotta say, the interactions that they have with the climbing structures are so cool. And I mean, they can climb on trees, they can climb on vines, they can climb on a lot of different structures here. Sorry about the camera work, guys. Again, the camera is a little fiddly. I mean, it is on PC as well, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm liking the way this is coming out so far. So we got the people, they can go all the way through there, and that's really cool. Yeah, the zookeepers can actually climb up there as well, so that means, you know, we can put enrichment items everywhere. We can literally put them everywhere in here, and all the zookeepers, they can get to the enrichment items and stuff like that. So I'm really happy with the way this habitat is coming along. But we need to do a lot more stuff in here. So yeah, I keep checking the traversable areas here. And the staff traversable area as well. It's very important to check that out, guys, because there's some plants and things that you place down that will hinder them. But that's it for this episode, guys. Stay tuned for the second part to this series.